Welcome to Pydle Day 34. Pydle is your daily puzzle you need to solve by writing Python code. Today's Pydle looks like a console with numbered buttons and colored 0 to 8. Have a go at solving this Pydle. If you're not familiar with Pydle, watch the rest of this video where I will solve yesterday's Pydle. So yesterday's Pydle, I said it kind of looks like a soccer ball. We haven't got many pixels to work with, but it's a kind of a circle approximation, and then just a white kind of cross. If you look more closely, you'll see it's actually just two white diagonals, which kind of gives the illusion of a circle. So that should be very simple, because all we need to do is fill the whole grid just either with red or white pixels. So let's, I think Cartesian coordinates are going to be useful here. So let's do our normal for loop that gives us Cartesian coordinates. So for x, y, we're going to destructure a tuple there, n. You're going to use list comprehension, so that creates a new list from a sequence. Let's fill that in later for I in range 25. So we've got 25 pixels. Let me do this the long way. So just for better understanding for people. So the long way is just as acceptable as the short way. So the short way, we're basically extracting the x and y values for each one of these points in a single for loop, and we're just trying to save lines. Normally, if you're programming, you wouldn't really need to do that. Normally we would do, for our kind of compact version, we do I modulus 5 and then I integer division 5. So that would give us the x and y coordinates. And I said Cartesian, so we need to do -5. Sorry, -2. Both of those. Okay, so that would be a shorthand way. If you did it the long way, we would have 4x in range -2, 3, and for y in range -2, 3. So that already just looks cleaner and more understandable, more readable. And we're just going to need a single Pydle call. So now we need to convert back to Pydle coordinates. So that should be x plus 2 and 2 minus y. I've got no character. And this is where basically the whole puzzle is solved. So we say white if absolute value of x is equal to absolute value of y. Okay, so that would kind of just satisfy the diagonals. So in that quadrant, they're both positive. X and y is equal on the diagonal, but in that quadrant, one would be negative, the other positive. That quadrant both would be negative, and that quadrant, one would be negative, the other one would be positive. Okay, so taking the absolute value accounts for all of those cases, and else we just need to fill it in with red. If it's not on diagonal, we fill in with red. So we could have done that in 2 lines, but 3 is a little bit more readable. And if I haven't made any mistakes, that should solve our Pydle. Okay, hope you managed to solve that yesterday and you had fun doing it. Have a look at Pydle 34. It's a little bit more complicated, but come back tomorrow for the solution.